Once you've completed the walls and you have put in the doors on your plan, the next thing to do is to add some flooring. Now, there are different ways that you can do this. You can make your own pattern, and you can do that by creating swatches. At the bottom of the screen here, you can see a swatch that I've created already. The other thing that you can do is you can insert some pre-drawn vectors. I have saved some for you, and they're in a folder which the teacher will show you where it is. And all you have to do is open them in Illustrator and then paste them onto your plan. So let me find one and I'll show you. So for example, there are these ones which are wooden texture. All you need to do is to download it by clicking the download button. It should download as an Illustrator file. There it is, and then you can just open it. In Illustrator, and then you should be able to copy and paste it onto your plan. So that's the first thing that you can do. Once you've got it onto your plan, you'll need to choose the one that you like, because there are obviously different ones here. So you can just delete the ones that you don't like and keep the one that you do like, and then paste it in place. Sometimes it might be that when the plan comes in, the scale isn't right, so you might need to enlarge it to fit onto your plan. So then you just need to copy it and then paste it in place. Okay, so you can drag it to fit it in. And then arrange it so that it's behind your walls. Okay, so you just need to drag it like that. If you want, you can have the same texture on all parts, but I'm going to use a different texture for the balcony part. Okay, so I've got that in place there. So then I can just arrange it, send it to the back like that. Okay, so that's really straightforward to do. If you want to, you can create your own pattern, and you can create your own pattern by making a swatch. A swatch is a single unit, and you can repeat a swatch on any other shape. So here I have made a pattern using a swatch and repeated it onto this shape here. If you're going to do this, this is really similar to something that you did when you were in year 7, or you might have done when you were in year 7 when you did the pencil case project. You might have created a swatch and repeated it. So let me show you just how to do it. The first thing is that you need to have the swatches panel open, which I've got here already. If you don't have the swatches panel open, you just need to find it. All you need to do is you need to go to Window and then click Swatches there, okay? And then you will get the panel appearing here. And if you've made any previously, they will already be here in the panel. You can see I've got some little patterns that I've made already. So a swatch can be anything. So it could be, if you wanted to create a checked flooring, so it was a tiled flooring, you could do something really simple, like draw a square. Oh, just take that off for me. So you could draw a square, and then you could repeat that square to make a tiled pattern. So just copying and pasting. And I would probably make a pattern which is just like a 4 overlapping, like this. Oops. You can drop them, you don't have to have them aligned perfectly center. Then I think I'd group those together. So object group. And then I'd copy and paste them. And then make my pattern there. So that could be my swatch. So that could form my repeating pattern. The important thing to think about with a swatch is that when it repeats into another shape, it will be the size of the pattern that you have created. So if I kept my swatch at this size and I wanted to fill this shape, it probably wouldn't work that well. Let me just show you. So we could just draw this rectangle. And let's copy that into the swatches panel and I'll show you. So to make it a swatch, all you do is you just drag it and pop it into an empty spot there on the swatches panel, like that. Then you need to drag it onto the fill, oops, over there, and then you can select that fill on your object. Okay, so that's what that pattern looks like there. Okay. If you wanted to make it smaller so that it looked more realistic, because that would be scaled up 100 times, which is what our scale is, that they would be massive tiles, so that would look a bit strange. So what you then need to do is you need to make your actual swatch really much smaller. So let's just drag it in and make it much smaller. So there we've got a little pattern like that. So let's just drag that into the swatches panel. And then if we fill our shape, let's just draw another rectangle over here. Oops. Then if we fill our shape, it's much smaller. So think about, if you are making a swatch, the size of the actual individual pattern. This one here, I just created a kind of swirly pattern like that. I made it quite small and I used that as my pattern. So you can create anything you want. It can be overlapping shapes, it can be splodges of colour, it can be anything at all. And you can just use that to fill in any shape. So you can see that's the existing one I've got there. Let's just drag another one in here. So there's that pattern there. That's really quite nice because you can create your own patterns, and I think that's really quite effective. If you want to, you can also have different areas of flooring in different spaces if you want to. So you might have your counter, and you might want to have tiles around the counter, and you could just add a different flooring there. So feel free to use the existing vectors that we have made for you, or you can make your own patterns using swatches like I have just showed you. Obviously, we need to bring that to the front there. Now, in the next video, I will show you how to make some plants, how to import some furniture and put them onto your plan, and how to draw some furniture plans as well.